Hi, Frank here. Today we're talking about these. Yes, the AirPods Pros. It has been a couple months since these are released, so I'm pretty sure by now you've read quite a few reviews or watched quite a few videos about them. Today I'm going to give you my experience living with them for the past couple of months. First look, these do look a little bit different, with the AirPods Pro being slightly bigger than the original AirPods and AirPods 2. They do have a different orientation when you're trying to open them, with the original AirPods opening like this, and the AirPods Pro opening on the wider side of the box. It is still a very convenient size to bring around, but I do feel like somehow these hinges on the original AirPods or AirPods 2 are slightly tighter. The design of the actual headphones, of course, are quite different as well. As you can see, the original AirPods has a longer stem. The AirPods Pro has a considerably shorter stem and it goes in your ear. One design difference that gave me a little bit of a learning curve is when the original AirPods and the AirPods 2, you take it off your ear, you kind of rotate it to put it back in the case. Whereas the new AirPods Pro is the same orientation. When you take it out of your ear, you just put it in there. I'm so used to that twist and put action, it made me put my AirPods Pro in the wrong box. Of course it wouldn't fit, but that was something funny that I wanted to bring up. As you're wearing it, honestly, I never really had any problems with the original AirPods. They stay in my ears quite okay, but these are a whole new ballgame. As you know by now, there are 3 sets of ear tips that came with it, with the medium size automatically put on. I tried these on and it fit me quite well. In my devotion to a scientific experimentational review, I did try these for a workout. They did stay in my ear quite fine and I did not have any problems worrying that they would fall out at all. When you're trying to determine the fit of the AirPods Pros, one really nice touch that Apple included is the fit test. When you first put them on, you can go into the settings, Bluetooth settings for the AirPods. It will play some music. The microphones in the AirPods Pro will determine, according to the sound they collect, whether or not you have a good seal, which is, I really like that nice touch. Alright, function. These are headphones. So for sound quality, they're good. They're definitely not the greatest in terms of if you're an audiophile, if you want to drill down to every single sound element in music. Probably not those, but compared to previous generations of AirPods, they're definitely a huge plus. And even on my comparison test with the Powerbeats Pro, I would say I like the AirPods Pro a little bit better. I am definitely not a professional. My definition of good or bad is really personal. It has a decent bass and mid and high ranges are clear and crisp, and honestly that's good enough for me. One of the biggest plus for me, even though these are in-ear headphones, is Apple's design to balance the air pressures between your inner ear canals and the exterior. That actually has been one of my biggest complaints from a lot of these in-ear headphones in the market. I am very sensitive in terms of inner ear pressures. Having a balanced pressure with your ears and the outside really helped a whole lot in terms of comfort. I don't have that stuffy feeling anymore, which made everything so much better. Also, again, these are EarPods. I'd say I do, my head size are slightly on the bigger side, so although those over-the-head giant headphones, when I wear them in a long time, it just feels like I have a huge clip over my head. It's just clamping down, giving me pressure. It's not comfortable at all. So this is kind of the best of both worlds. It is convenient and small, as well as I don't have the discomfort of having a giant clip on my head. Another thing you may have picked up is that they no longer have the tap control of the original AirPods and AirPods 2. Now it's switched to that little force sensor at the tip. For the most part, I am okay with it. You do have the ability to change the controls in the settings, whether you want them to be the same, whether you want it to be noise cancelling control, or you can call out Siri when you're holding the stem. Those are all customizable. You do have the ability to change that. One little thing I do need to point out is that when you're pinching, it really needs to be very specific and separate, distinct pinching for that sensor to recognize it as one click. So if you're holding it and just squeeze it a couple times, it's not going to register. At least in my experience, register as separate clicks, if that makes any sense. Alright, next, the biggest selling point of these headphones, the active noise cancelling feature. There are 3 separate modes of these headphones. You can do regular, just turn it on without any noise cancelling, transparency mode, or the noise cancelling mode. Any of those specialty mode, I mean noise cancelling or transparency, will reduce your battery life by a little, but not a whole lot. Just simply using it in your ears, you do have slightly little bit of that noise cancellation simply due to that seal of the rubber. But I really do like the active noise cancelling feature that this headphone brought. What it does is use the headphones to detect the surrounding noises and play the exact opposite into your ear to cancel out the noise. Simply because of the idea of how it works, I expect it to perform really well with the more constant noises, like the droning sounds of the plane or the train, things like that. And in reality, it really is performing very well. I still remember my shock the first time I turned it on in a plane. I was like, oh, I can't believe this is happening. This is unreal. But you do still hear some of the not so easily predictable sounds, like conversations, like a phone ringtones, something that's not constantly there, it just came off. But it still does a decent job trying to balance it out. And another thing I like about these is that you don't necessarily have to be playing anything for these noise cancellation to work. Just simply put them in, it will just start doing its magic. So sometimes I even put them in if I need a couple minutes of quietness. You know, that's it. The world is now quiet. To wrap up, there are a couple of housekeeping questions. AirPods Pro, why are they Pro? They're decent, but I don't really think audio professionals would be using them. The only connection that I figured out was the included lightning cable uses the USB-C to lightning. So you will have to need the charging brick from those Pro products, your iPhone Pro and your iPad Pro, in order to charge it. So Apple wants to keep you in the Pro ecosystem, but you can just use any lightning cable to charge, no problem at all. Battery life has been decent. I've been getting the as advertised battery hours, and I do like the fast charging ability with the case. When you're running really low on power and you just need that couple of minutes talk time or something really important, put it in a case in a couple minutes and you'll be able to last it a while. And yes, you do have the ability to use it with an Android phone, but it doesn't come native with the noise cancellation control, but that could be remedied with some of the apps. I'm pretty sure that's already out there with the Android App Store. So in conclusion, they're a very good pair of your headphones that integrates with your Apple products very well. They're definitely not the audiophile headphones, but they are capable enough to carry out a variety of daily tasks with ease. And if you want to use just one pair of headphones for everything, these would be the ones to get. And of course, the biggest selling feature of this, the active noise cancellation, definitely sold me on how well it delivered. It has made my traveling so much easier, and I don't think I'll go back to the original AirPods again. I believe Apple delivered on a lot of the things that we as consumers responded that needed to be improved with the original AirPods, and overall, these are great products. What are your experiences? Are you planning to get them, or these are on your Christmas list? Let me know what you think, and thank you for watching.